Boom. What's good, everybody? My name is Quentin, and this is Super Saturdays. This is the first time I'm doing this, and I just want to teach everybody how to warm up. I wouldn't necessarily say correctly. I think it's correct in my own mindset, but this is how I do it. This is what's helped for me. And a lot of people ask me, Q, how do you do this? How do you do that? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing this, but I want to show you guys what I'm doing today. Cool, so today's focus for level 1, which is pretty much basic isolated movements, I want to focus on the spine. So that's everything working, starting from our head all the way down to our tailbone. The reason why I want to start with the spine is because it's the most important joint or group of joints in the body. It's you know what it's doing. Now, it's the most important joint in the body. It's communicating all information from the brain itself to the rest of the body. So it is the freeway of messages, of energy, of everything that you are going to want to protect and want to have mobile. So that's what we're going to focus on first. So step number 1, we're going to focus on the neck. This is called the cervical spine, C-spine. And if you're warming up, we're just going to start off with here. But we're going to do just sets of 1 and just 10 reps. So we're just going to go with our neck. We're going to bend down. And then come up. Going down. Coming up. Just so you can see the side. Bending down. Coming up. Down. I can't count, so I'm thinking this is 10. Bam. All right, cool. All right, so once we've got forward flexion and backwards extension with our neck, now we're just going to do side flexion and extension. So pretty much just flexion on every side. So we want to flex to the right, and then to the left, to the right, to the left. And like I said, these are basic isolated movements. As you can tell right now, we're not going from point A to point B with our entire body. We're just moving through each range of motion in different stages of our spine. So cool. Once we've got going forward and back, we've gone right to left. Now we're going to work our body and going into rotations and circles. So we're gonna circle right. You can have your hands placed behind your back, in front of you, wherever. And once you've got to 10, we're going to go the other way. Good. Yup. Boom. Okay, awesome sauce. So the last thing that we're going to do, we've gone forward and back, we've gone side to side, and we've hit that thing in some circles. Now we're just going to look, boom, to the left and to the right. Super simple. So when it counts to 10. All right, cool. All right, so we just looked at the C-spine, which is the neck. The next thing we're going to look at is what they call the T-spine, which is pretty much your torso or the thorax, whatever you want to call it. It's locating everything pretty much from the belly button all the way to like your collarbone. So that's what we're going to attack right now. So same thing before, the way we went forward and back, we're going to do the same thing with our spine, and it's kind of like a hunchback. So you're going to hunch over and bring it back. Hunch over and bring it back. Now I'll show you to the side what it looks like. Hunching over. Notice I'm not bending at the lower back, just in this area. And I'm coming back. Hunching over, bending back, bending back. You can have your arms to the side if you want. This is pretty much like the sad kid in math class. If you just took all his money, or you knocked his books onto the ground. I never did that, but I'm lying. I actually did. I'm a horrible person. But this is how you do it. All right, cool. So that is flexion and extension. Flexion, shortening, extending, making it longer. pretty self-explanatory. So now we're gonna do the same thing, just going to the side. So you guys should be picking up on what I'm doing. We're going in different angles, different directions. So now, same thing, T-spine. We're gonna go side to side. As you can see, my hands are off to my side, and if you want, feel free to just kind of let your hands slide alongside your leg. Yep, these are actually really good. I like these. I like them a lot. I think it's because I don't do them enough. But yeah. All right, cool. I don't know if that was 10, but I'm gonna assume it was 10. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to go through rotations. So the same thing that we did with the head when we were moving it and grooving it, we're gonna do the same thing with our spine, starting from the belly button right here to the collarbone. So same thing. I'm going to rotate around. And it should feel like a roll, all right? Show it to the side. Notice I'm not bending with my lower back. I'm just hunching over. Once you've got 10, you can go the other way. Right, and I'll show you on the other side. Just know, this is a dance move. Take this to the club. I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna dance with you. That's all right. You didn't go for that. You know, you can switch it, you know? That's the warm-up. All right, cool. All right, I think that was 10. So we got rotations to the right and to the left. The next thing that we're gonna do is, now we're just gonna get kind of more of a rotation in the vertical axis. We're gonna get side to side. So here, bam, like that. That's an instant cracker right there. If you need to crack your back, I'm sure you already do this by yourself. Yep. And you can turn your head with it, getting that extra rotation, making sure everything's working together. Or if you want to be crazy and look right into the camera like I'm looking like right now, you can do that as well. Awesome. Okay, so that was it. So we looked at the neck, forward flexion extension, side to side flexion, rotations here, and then rotation right here. Okay. Then we also looked at the T-spine flexion, boom, 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 side to side, going around, and turn. Same thing. So now the very last thing we're going to look at is pretty much the lumbar, lower back. And we're going to do pretty much the same exact thing. So I want to show you guys what it looks like. Before we were hunching, now I want you to actually bend. So you're going to be actually bending kind of like an action figure or a Barbie doll. Kind of bending, still keeping a little bit of a hunch, because if you round this off at the hips, now you're going to be engaging the hamstrings. That's not what we're working on today. We're just going to still kind of hunch it just right here in the lower back. You'll definitely feel this if you've been sitting, standing too long. This is a really good stretch. So we're going to try that again. So from here, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. It's a really, really lazy back. And sometimes I'll let it bounce just a little bit, not too much, just so that I can feel the muscle fibers actually contracting and loosening. I'm gonna go to the side just to show you. The bend, coming back, bend, coming back. This stuff is perfect to do in the morning. You can do it before a workout, but you might want to be just a little bit more dynamic with it. And I'll do one more. And then coming back. All right, so same thing. We're gonna go side to side. Before we're doing the T-spine, same thing. I'm actually just going to, I'm gonna spread my legs a little bit more. That way I can really get more of the stretch. And so we're just gonna go side to side. You can do it with your hands on your hips. Or you can take one arm, kind of hug yourself right here, get some balance, and then reach over. This will stretch everything coming from the lumbar all the way coming through your armpits to your fingertips. Real good, real good. Awesome, cool. So we've gone forward, back, side, side. Now we're gonna, now this you can actually take to the club. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hips and go them in a circular motion. You can have your feet planted, you can have them spread. Right now, we're just gonna plant, and we're gonna take our hips in a circular motion. I'm telling you, you can take this to the club, man. Now, you might have everybody trying to get at you, not just who you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Everybody might be looking. It's all good. So we're gonna take it to the right. Boom, here, and here. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Other side. Good. You can do it with your legs spread. Same thing. You kind of just take it around. Here. We're still trying to target a little bit more of the lumbar spine. You might get a little bit of hips in it. Make sure you go all the way around. Cool. So I'm sure that was fun for you guys. The last thing we want to do is pretty much just more of the rotation, going from left to right. So really, you can just, actually I got my hands here. You can go from side to side, or another way to really get it, that's kind of still level one. Another way to really get it, if this doesn't feel that much for you, just turning, the next thing you can do is actually spin with it. So knees going up, crossing over. So the same what we did is kind of like a combination stretch where you're twisting at the torso. You can twist at the torso, but then also twist at your lower half by picking up your knee and then turning it. So that's what we're gonna do. So from here, twist, 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 here, 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 here. Cool, so that's it. So just a quick review. All we did was we went from the neck down to the body, down to the lower half, and we went forward, then back, inside, to turn it, to round, to left, to right. You knew that was gonna rhyme, and I did too. And my name is Q, and I kind of love you, but I don't really know you. So I hope that you had a good time watching me do the thing with a rhyme. Hey, that was freestyle too. So hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Super Saturdays. I'm hoping to hit you every week with something beneficial. I'm helping you guys learn how to move, how to stretch, how to recover, how to do whatever you want to do. I want you to feel free in your body because I love to feel free in my body. Thank you. God bless. Peace.
First off, all praise to Elohim. God, I pray that I start to exalt you in all things, from the big to the small things. To seek you above all things is hard, being a living being, to seeing your worth. We all needy and often scramble to randomly search for more meaningless moaning and momentary desserts, and avoid thinking about all the seeds we have to disperse. But first off, all glory to the King.